Hey guys, welcome to the new episode of 52 Week Challenge 2020. Guys, this time we are going to talk about the subject personality. Now, before I start about this topic, I want to ask you, what do you think is the toughest job in the world? What is the toughest job in the world for any humankind? You can think a lot of things, maybe climbing a mountain may be a tough job. I don't know. Or you think that yes, doing a hard work, that would be a toughest job. I don't know what's coming in or giving a birth to a baby for a pregnant lady. Is it a toughest job? What do you think is the toughest job? I wish I could listen your answer, but let me tell you, the toughest job in the world for any humankind, be it Asian, European, American, African, Australia, any country, any continent, the toughest job for any humankind is thinking. Yes, you heard correct. Thinking is the toughest job. But you might not agree with me, but I'm telling you that this is the truth. So to continue about the same thing, I want to tell you that I have a data which will prove you that yes, this is the toughest job in the world. The data is 80%, 17% and 3%. What is this? I'll tell you. Let me remove it. So now you can see 80% of people everywhere, they don't think. They don't think. It's a surprise for you. Yes, that's truth. 17% of people, they think that they think. They are not thinking, but they think that they are thinking. Now, only 3% of the people across the globe really think. Even I'm not in this 3% of category. Let me tell you very frankly, there are very, very, very big thinkers, very big leaders who come under this category. It's not an easy job. That is the reason that we have to shift our paradigms from this non-thinker to thinker division. We have to first start thinking. Let me give you another analogy, another data. So this data says that the America's greatest inventor, Thomas Edison, who doesn't know him? Everybody knows him. He used only 10% of his brain. So you can understand that we are not actually using our brain for thinking. So the first challenge is start thinking. Please start thinking. I'm sure that you are not thinking, I'm not thinking, but we have to start thinking that why we are not thinking. Now, to confirm this, I have read many books. I referred many books and I was inspired by one of the very big book. Maybe you know the name. It is called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. This is the book. So this book basically changed my life of thinking pattern. This book says that think and grow rich, and I was mad. I was really eager to read this book when I heard about it. That how come a person can be rich by thinking? It's not saying that do and become rich. It's saying think and grow rich. So there is a power in thinking. Now next book, what I think is a good book which has changed my life is Magic of Thinking Big. Yes, there is a magic. There is a magic of thinking big. Now, once you start thinking, then the second big challenge in the world is thinking big. Yes, that is the world's biggest problem, that people don't think big, but they want big. Guys, there is nobody else in the world who has become successful and achieved something big by not thinking big. So you have to think big to get something big. Now, important is that why we don't think big? There is no answer about it. The thinking big is basically inside you. You have to rediscover yourself, and you have to do not underestimate your capabilities and your past experience, but without these all, you have to start thinking big. So once you start thinking big, before start thinking big, you have to start thinking. So once you start thinking, then you start thinking big, and then you start believing in big, and then you act big. I can challenge that you will get big. You will get big results, guys. But there is nobody in the world who thought small and got something big. It's not possible. So my idea behind making this episode is that all the people who have a decent and magnetic personality, they have this feature of thinking big. But before thinking big, it comes thinking. So I want to challenge your thought process to shift your paradigms, to shift your circle, to shift your club from 80% to 17% to 3%. I'm also into the same transformation, and I want you to be a part of the 3% club who actually is thinking, who are actually thinkers. So guys, I'm sure that after this video, you'll start thinking, not only start thinking, but start thinking big. So if you have any question about this episode, please let me know in the comment section. And guys, if you haven't subscribed this channel, subscribe it now, because the coming episodes are going to be very, very exciting, very special, very different, and very much powerful with knowledge. So guys, this is Vinod Tiwari from Abu Dhabi, UAE, and see you next time, 7 p.m. next Friday.